Good evening, everyone. Welcome to RadioSilentPlay.com. I am your moderator for today on Thursday, August 27, 2015. Let me start off by saying I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence before trading any stock or options. Trading stocks and options require lots of risk. So I'm going to go over pretty much what the big boards did this week. Last week, as you all know, we had news that China was devaluing their yuan, and then shortly after that, we saw a big drop in the Shanghai markets. That kind of took a toll on our markets, and we saw the SPY dramatically just break down. If you notice, we were trading up around 210, and we just for the next three trading days we just saw a huge drop. Okay, noticing these levels, there was a lot of panic. If you notice, we were hugely oversold, and we noticed that we pretty much bounced and then started creating what I call a bullish inside flag pattern. This was an inside flag pattern that I thought would hold that 187 level. When I saw this, I kind of looked at the dates and I looked at the options for the calls, and I noticed that there was a big options flow here for the strike price at 195. At that time, we noticed that the SPY, or I took the trade at 190 with 40 cents. Okay, at the time, the September 18 strikes at 195 were at $2.80. Okay, I managed to enter it at $2.30. I then sent out this SMS and the mobile app alerts to you guys, and then when we started noticing, we just saw a fast move on the upside. We ended up closing yesterday, or on Wednesday, we ended up closing at 194 level from that 190 range, a $4 move. We then gapped up. Okay, we then gapped up today, and we saw a nice move on the upside. If you notice, or if you look at the 5-minute chart, okay, we opened up pretty high. Okay, we opened up here. What did we open up? We opened here at price. Okay, we opened here at like 197 range. I noticed this inside flag pattern, and I told traders to watch that potential head and shoulder pattern. Okay, it did manage to kind of break above, but then broke down. Okay, we actually took a short position through the chat room, and we ended up trading this down to that 195 level. But then soon, at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you had a big, massive move, and we closed at near the high of the day. Okay, if you notice here, what I'm looking at here, we're heading into a little bit of resistance here, or major resistance, I'm saying. Okay, if you notice, we kind of broke this trend line here on the downside on the weekly chart, and now what we're trying to do is kind of break above this level here at that 199.201 level. What I'm going to kind of look closely now is that 202 level. Okay, 202.40 to be exact. Okay, that's the level I want traders to kind of keep an eye on. But overall, what we have to take into consideration is that we're kind of moving into that September 8 Labor Day holiday. So I want traders to kind of keep an eye on that. It's going to give us any opportunity to kind of test this 8-day and 21-day moving average here. It's going to be an opportunity to kind of take this short position, because you are in a downward trend right now. Not until you break this 208.50 level on 2 consecutive closes will you break that downward trend. Okay, so I want traders to kind of understand that we did break this trend line down. Now what the market is trying to do is trying to recover and kind of break above that. If it does, now you're looking at some resistance here at that 204 level and then 208 level. Okay, so the traders that were buying around this range here, okay, these are the break-even traders right here. Okay, so this is major resistance here. Okay, so I want traders to kind of keep an eye on this level. If you notice, okay, we could see what you call a FOBO, or a fake out breakout on the upside. So I want traders to understand that we are still vulnerable, but at the same time, this is a bullish move on the SPY. Okay, since then, if you notice, I talked about this head and shoulder pattern that we were looking at. I was looking at that 212 retest. It never came, but then I told traders to kind of watch that 210 level. Since then, it kind of broke down. It was just a beautiful breakdown for those that added, whether they were adding the SDS or they were shorting the SPY. Was a beautiful move. And now we noticed that we had that beautiful bounce up. If you notice here on the setup, I talked about that bullish inside flag pattern. We were able to buy here at that 190.45 level, And if you notice here, I told traders to kind of look at this option flow here at that 27,000 contracts that were being bought here. Okay, and that's what I call the smart money. Okay, so I want traders to kind of understand how we set this up. So if you notice here, I told traders to kind of watch that 187.50 to 189 level. Our target 1 was hit at 192. Target 2 was hit at 195, and I told my traders to kind of look at that 187 for a stop close below. I posted one time because since there was such vulnerability and such weakness in the market, I just wanted to make sure that traders kind of stopped out if if the SPY ended up breaking that 187 level. And these contracts went up as high as $6 and change. So this was just a beautiful trade here for the SPY contracts. Another stock that we sent out was the Yahoo. Okay, we actually sent out the Yahoo here at $31.70. Okay, I managed to get a starter here at $1.80. And if you notice here on the Yahoo, we actually saw a break of this bullish inside flag pattern, and we closed at the near or the high of the day at 33.69. Just a beautiful move here with a high of 33.77. These contracts went up as high as $2.40. So I do feel that we have upside potential up to that 34.35 level. So we are still holding some shares or some contracts here for the Yahoo. Okay, moving on to another great stock that just a beautiful trade that I told traders to kind of scale in. It did create a little bit of a tough panic in the FCX. This was actually sent out. Let me take a look at the FCX. We sent out August 13th. I was looking at this stock to look for a potential bottom here. The FCX kind of pulled back on us. We started adding November 20 calls as low as $1.03. They pulled back, and they really pulled back significantly. Some of these contracts went as low as 30, 32, 35 cents. The ones for October 16 did. Okay, just a beautiful move on the FCX. It pulled back. It had a beautiful recovery. If you look here, this is a day one reversal. Just a beautiful close on the FCX. We closed at 10.19. And if you notice here, okay, after hours, let me just cancel this. After hours, we had big news. Icon takes stake in Freeport-McMoRan. Okay, making him the 10th biggest holder. Okay, this is significant because if you remember, Icon was the one that was buying Apple when it was pulling back, and Apple just had a huge move after that. So there's a big upside on the FCX. So Freeport-McMoRan, this was a stock that we told traders to watch for that kiss of 10. It actually pulled back and it kissed at $7.80. Never really breaking below it. We never closed below that that level 2 times. So we held on to the contracts, and now what we're seeing after hours, we're seeing the FCX trade above $12. So I would not be surprised tomorrow if we tested 12.16 level and potentially hit this 14 level. So we bought contracts for November 20th and October, and we're still holding some contracts there. Another one that we noticed was the USO. This was a tough trade for us. We started accumulating here at that 14 range. Now we're in recovery mode, but we're seeing this huge one-day reversal here. Okay, so this is a one-day reversal here. We're gonna look for a second-day confirmation. What we're looking for is for a break above this 14.20 on 2 consecutive closes. If it does, I would not be surprised to test this 15 level. Okay, so like I said, if you look, you're seeing a lot of divergence here on the oil stocks. Oil stocks are starting to kind of bounce here. The Sdrl, we took a position here on a kiss of 7. Okay, it actually hit a test of $6, and now we're looking for this to kind of test this $8.30 and this $9.95 tomorrow, and potentially even hit $10. Okay, so this is just a couple of beautiful trades here on the SPY, the FCX, Yahoo, USO. We got a couple of other trades too. I'm gonna go over some small caps. The PSUN. Okay, this triggered at 42 cents, hit a low of 42, and then if you notice here, now we're trading here at in a bullish flag pattern here. Let me set this up. Okay, we were able to accumulate here the PSUN, and now what you're noticing here, you're seeing a little bit of a bullish inside flag pattern. So watch the consolidation here on the PSUN. Would not be surprised if we potentially test this 90-cent range to $1.20 range here. Okay, so this is just a beautiful move on the SUN and PSUN, and now if you look at the UWTI, pulled back as low as 70. This was actually a stock that we kind of sent out. We were talking about that dollar range. This is the time where we start looking at these oil stocks. And not only that, but we're going to have a webinar soon, and we're going to start posting stocks with that are dividend paying stocks, and we're going to release that to our members. So that's coming up soon. Now with this reversal in these oil plays, okay, or the oil industry, now we're looking to kind of garner and start hedging on a move higher. If you notice here, I told my traders to kind of keep an eye on oil, and why is that? Because if you look at the seasonal trading for oil, okay, if you notice, September, okay, is a huge month. Okay, September is a huge month for oil. Okay, so I would not be surprised for this continuation here on crude. Okay, just remember, stocks usually trade in patterns, and if you notice here from I believe this was from 1970s to about 2014, this is the move that oil has done. And in September, if you notice, this is when you have the biggest move here in oil. So looking at the move here on the USO, would not be surprised if we start seeing a nice move and a potential test of this 15-16 level coming up in late September or mid-September. Okay, with that said, okay, if you want to know more about Radio Silent Play, just send me an email at radiosilentplay@gmail.com. Also, if you want to join free, just come up to the Radio Silent Play website, and you can actually log in here on the free trial membership here on the Dropbox. Okay, that's it, everybody. Let's play it safe. Let's make sure that we kind of keep an eye on how the market closes. I would not be surprised if we see more continued upside. But when we do get to that level, I will be sending out my short positions for via the mobile app and also the SMS. All right, take care, everybody.